Alright, meteorologist Dean Davison, the Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. Serious weather coming Wednesday. The models continue to show this, and we continue to have the risk, and Storm Prediction Center continues with the wording they've been using. So we got some interesting stuff going on here. We're talking about severe weather, which will be mainly a squall line behind some cells that develop out in front. Those cells likely will become supercells. This is a sounding through the model run for Wednesday in Roanoke. Look what you got. You got the word tornado sitting here, which means things will be able to be tornadic. 1.2 in the STP, 3.7 supercell. The STP for around here at this time of year, that's pretty interesting. It's definitely something to watch for. To change winds of height, and actually no good capping. The LCL's low, so that would promote rotation. You get a pretty decent hodograph for the ankle, and as you see, the winds are extremely strong. So even if you don't get a tornado, the winds at the ground level will become very strong, especially with that squall line. And here's the other problem. This is supercell composite. And look where the supercell composite is. Virginia, DC, Baltimore, Philadelphia. These are areas that are in an interesting situation to actually become a tornadic issue. I want to take a look at the sounding there. I mean, this is pretty significant for this time of year. We need to pay very close attention there. And that is a PDS tornado. That is a scary thought. That's a particularly dangerous situation. That we may have tornadic issues in Philadelphia, in southern Jersey. STP of 3.2, that's like amazing for this time of year. If this continues, Philadelphia, you're going to be in for a really, in that area, you're going to be for a long day Wednesday. One thing I'm going to show you here is the reflective pattern. Yes, there is a chance overnight some showers, but then we get this real strong severe weather potential coming in from the west. Here it comes, marching. There you go. 8 p.m. that linear situation, and it moves away. So my point is, it's going to be a long day. I'm going to show you the Storm Prediction Center. Here's the setup here. You can see where the severe weather will be tomorrow, and that would be northeastern Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, southern parts of Illinois, and parts of Kentucky. That's enhanced level of severe weather, and slight risk pretty much outside that up to Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Peoria, St. Louis, Kansas City, and then the marginal goes as far south as Waco, and as far north as Cleveland and Chicago. Well, that's day 2, and then we get into Wednesday, and this is what I'm showing you. And in the wording, I'll talk to that in a minute. Everything here pushes east. There's now an enhanced risk in a pretty good location here of Tennessee, down to Mississippi and Alabama, up to Kentucky, and slight risk all over Virginia. And that's the 15th percentile, which is pretty high. I'm sure there'll be tornado risk, and there will be wind risk put out here. And this is what it's read currently in the synopsis. Lower Mississippi into southern Appalachians into the Mid-Atlantic states, an ongoing, likely extensive squall line where broken bands will be in the Mississippi and Ohio Valley situated cold front. Models vary slightly on timing, but, however, seems likely substantial low-level moisture, 60-degree dew points, will extend northeast through the Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, and Virginia vicinity. Despite the prevalence of some mid to high-level clouds, very strong low to mid-tropospheric winds, 50 to 70 knots at 700 millibars from the southwest, show aid the development of a squall line with bowing segments capable of producing major wind damage, or should say wind damage, and squall line, that's what I said, possibly a tornado where greatest destabilization occurs. The convective line will likely persist over 12 hours in 500 millibars. Across the Appalachians and possibly yield continued risk for damaging winds after dark, despite the loss of daytime heating. In the far eastern part, extending southeast United States, there may be some weakening. So what that is telling me, right there, is that anywhere really, Philadelphia, the Roanoke, this whole area pretty much is in the risk for a very strong damaging winds. The ratio has been mentioned by people. I am not putting that out there because that word is only used for storms that actually will carry that. Could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Probably not. I won't use that word until I have short range knowledge that there's actually going to meet the criteria. It's a word that should not be used, especially here in the Roanoke area, which we had the 2012 derecho that did some major damage and changed the lives of a lot of people. So I don't want to scare anybody. But squall line, which is a quasi-linear convective system, and storms out in front of it, supercells, could be prevalent here Wednesday. So storm chasers, we're probably out. I know I'll be in the area getting information and photos and videos, and I look forward to that. But also updating everybody because this is a pretty serious severe weather potential, especially so early in the season. Meteorologist Team Davison, the Weather Pros, thanks for watching. Update later today. Have a great one.